Finally, it's Table TV。最后登场的是 TV 台吸金巨力赛场。本场比赛将由来自蒙古的铁木真对阵来自缅甸的杨少杰。主裁判宋明明，助理裁判刘媛媛、杨嘉玲。 女士们、先生们，这里是正在包头为各位直播的 LP 球杆乔氏杯2025中式8-9大师赛超级分站赛，精彩比赛即将开始，让我们一起用热情期待精彩开启。 Ladies and gentlemen, this is LP Girls Joy Cup 2025 Heyball Master Super Tour Baotou Station.
杨少杰你好，田木真你好，请双方选手争夺开球选择权。题目口令预备，3、2、1，开始。杨少杰获得开球选择权。 比赛开始，第一局，杨少杰开球。10秒，5。 10秒。第一局杨少杰胜，比分1比0，开球清台。谢谢。第二局杨少杰开球。10秒。延时。 第2局杨少杰胜，比分2比0。谢谢。第3局杨少杰开球。
Good day everyone and welcome to the day 6 of the 2025 JOYHEYBALL Masters Super Tour Baotou Station live from China. We have Temuujin from Mongolia against Myint Kyaw from Myanmar. Score currently 2-0 to Myint Kyaw. This is a race to 13 winner breaks. And as you can see, Myint on the table has made a ball on that break and he's off once again. I'm Raymond Tilak, your commentator for this event, and joining me in commentary is Lenukta Chetty.
Good morning, Raymond, and good morning, viewers, wherever you're joining us from. We're glad to keep you company for this match, and I know we've got a lot of fans of Myint Kyaw on the stream now. Remember to hit that share button if you're joining us on YouTube. Let everyone know that this match is underway.
Yes, we are currently live on YouTube, so you can share that link to Facebook and let everyone know that we are live on YouTube on 2 tables, I believe, currently. But on this main table at the moment, Myint Kyaw currently dominating. This is the round 3 losers bracket of stage 3, so we have already mixed top 16 Chinese players with the top 16 international players. So loser of this match does go home, unfortunately, and winner of this match through to the last 16 of the tournament, I believe. And we do have the next match at 5 p.m. local time in China. That is the round 3 winners bracket and round 4 losers bracket. That'll be at 5 p.m. local time in China. So yeah, stage 3 now, business end of the tournament. And once again, have a look at this. 3-0 for Myint Kyaw, 2 break and runs in 3 frames. What are we watching?
He's in superb form, Raymond. I mean, this is the Myint that everybody knows. It's good to see him playing like this, and that losers bracket anyway that Myint finds himself in. It's there's a lot of big names in that losers bracket right now.
Yeah, it always find it tough to call it a losers bracket, because if you look at the names in that bracket, they are some of the top players in the world currently, and these players fighting for a spot to get into that final. It is tough work once you are in the losers bracket, but this is an unbelievable standard from Myint Kyaw thus far. We haven't seen much of Heyball Temuujin so far in this match. we've seen one miss.
I think he's only had one shot.
Yeah, we've seen
in
one
this
miss.
entire match.
One miss from Myint, and one shot on the table from Temuujin, and that was it. And there you see again, brilliant break from Myint, and that was what we saw as well in the 13th Grandmasters Finals. We saw that when a player is breaking well, especially with this new break, they are really able to make the most of it, but also Myint at the moment making this game look really easy, too easy.
10秒，延时。
Using his extension once again on his first shot, looking to go stripes, and this is just a masterclass currently. Securing stripes.
Oh wow.
Do we foresee him taking the 14 on the rail as his next ball? Yeah, and he has landed on that, so he's taking that. Would like to leave himself on the 9 or the 15 to the center pocket next.
I think he might even be looking at the 10, Raymond.
That's in. He does have a few options now. But have a look at the 5 and the black ball. That is where things will get interesting in this frame. He can't possibly run out again, can he? Unbelievable stuff here at the moment from Myint Kyaw. And there you can see the joy table clothed with Libo win 8848. Once again, the best conditions here at the Joy Super Tour station. Very similar conditions actually at the Commonwealth Billiard Championship recently. We had the Joy Q8 tables sponsored by Joy and the Lieberwin cloth sponsored by Lieberwin, and so far at the moment Joy and Lieberwin currently the best conditions in the world to play Heyball on.
Absolutely, Raymond. I think a lot of the players are quite happy with the Lieberwin cloth now on the Joy table, considering the type of game it is. And I mean, we've seen Myint has been breaking really well on this particular table as well. So, yeah, I think we're going to see a very high standard. And I'd love to see Temuujin get into this match. But with the winner's break format as well, it's so difficult, difficult.
At that. Look at that. He's pushed the black free, the black ball free, and I think he's good on the 10. If this 10 ball goes, and he can get nicely on the 15, one good shot required here, and it goes. Look at that. You can see it goes. It's just a good shot to land on the 15. And this is it. This 15 for 2 consecutive break and runs.
He needs to still go back up table off this shot.
It's a stun into the cushion. The natural angle brings the cue ball to the center. Watch.
Lovely.
Look at that. Unbelievable. Myint Kyaw puts his 4th point on the board, and that is 2 consecutive break and runs now. 3 break and runs out of 4. What are we watching from Myint Kyaw?
Was it Chu Bingji that put him into the losers bracket?
Actually, let's have a look at that. That is interesting to see who put these players into the losers bracket currently.
Oh, Foreman's certainly in superb form here, Raymond. I can't help but think about the Grandmasters finals just a few months ago in March, and everyone would have seen or remembered that final and the semi-finals and the rounds leading up to that.
Yeah, the standard is as high, if not higher, now.
From Foreman in particular.
From Foreman in particular, yeah, we were watching him and we saw that he didn't have the best of matches coming into stage 3 last time around, but it looks like he is really trying to set the bar as high as he can. So I have pulled up that bracket, and that is also on the Facebook page, Joy Heyball World Tour. You can find the live scores and the bracket, as well as the links to the YouTube streams. And we have Heyball Temuujin now at the table. That miss from Myint Kyaw. Yes, 100% right, Lenyukta. Chu Bingjie was the player to put Myint Kyaw into the losers bracket. Score of 13-10 to Chu Bingjie to beat Myint Kyaw, but that must have also been a really good match. So now at 4-0 up in this race to 13, winners break format, we are now seeing our first few misses in the match. As we see this again, the 2-ball. Yeah, but also he was trying to do a lot with the cue ball, trying to break up the 3 as well. And now this is half a chance for Temuujin to get a frame on the board.
Oh, not a great position to leave himself on with that cue ball, but he might have the 14.
Very tight. It's very tight on the 14, as you can see. Just a cue ball space between 14 and yeah, that was so close. No, 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 no. Foul.
Oh my.
Foul. Yeah, it was, as you said, it was not the best of positions. We might get to see a replay of that. There we go. Have a look at this.
Oof.
Yes, too fast. Too fast, Lenukta. That was too fast, and things are going from bad to worse for Temuujin at the moment. Ball in hand, anywhere on the table for Myint. He is playing solids. I do think, look, the black ball is not easy at the moment. So does he take the attacking shot to move the stripe? Of course he does. And does he have position? He does. Look at that. You know, you can get that wrong so easily. The cue ball, you can get that so wrong.
Well, Myint is definitely feeling himself. And I mean, look at this. Just gone 27 minutes played in this match, and he's busy racking up his 5th point. Oof.
No, this is, I have personally not seen him play to this level. It's not only his potting or his finishing, it's the shots that he's making to make those finishes. He's shot making in this match at the moment, and even that shot to break up the black ball there, that's a tough shot. If you overthink that or get that wrong, you're in deep trouble. Oh, this is brilliant stuff from Myint Kyaw. Absolutely brilliant. And with that black ball potted, 5th point on the board. And that was our second non-clearance in the match. And in this winner break format, Myint will be breaking in the 6th frame as well. So far it looks like one of the best performances that I've seen from Myint, but then again you look at the match between him and Chu Bingjie, 13-10.
That's close.
That is very close. I can imagine that both players were on top form in that match. Maybe Myint just being edged out by breaks, because at the end of the day, at this level, that's what it's coming down to. And I can tell you, I still haven't been able to get close to making that break shot the way these players can. That is very tough to get that much power. And he makes a ball again, making a ball on every single break. Now we underestimate how much time these players are putting in to the break shot. I can guarantee you that. We definitely underestimating that. So what does he go for here?
Stripes certainly look better from where the cue ball is. Got the one problem with the 11 closest to the black, and I think he's looking at developing that straight away. Myint for stripes.
Yeah, he can leave himself on the 15 or the 9 to develop that next. Yeah, the 9 will actually take him there. If he decides to go that way, he has the 13 up table next to the 5 as a banker. So it doesn't really matter where he leaves the cue ball. He should be on the 13. Watch the cue ball. That was the only worry, was the in-off. That was the only worry there. And if this 11 goes past the 6, he's good to go for another break and run.
It's got a little bit of angle because the cue ball is not straight with the 11, so should be able to come off that cushion as well.
And off the 6. I think we're playing off the 6 here. use the 6 in this case, and you can get more power actually into this. I think he's going to be using the 6
Oh,
here.
more than enough gap
Yep.
there. We've got a shot on that corner. Oof.
Oh, too much. He overused the 6 ball. He hit that 6 ball, looked like half ball.
It looked like a half ball
Yeah.
hit there, yeah.
Definitely overused the 6, and that's what's happened. It's gone wrong for him. And Temuujin now at the table. Would love to see Temuujin rack up a few frames and get himself into this match.
Well, solids are certainly open. No problems seemingly here for Temuujin, except his own mind, considering that he has not been able to capitalize on any of his visits thus far in the match. That said, however, maybe only 3 chances for Temuujin so far, with Myint racking up 3 runouts and 2 other points so far in this race to 15. Myint Kyaw leads 5-0. Temuujin in control of the table now. If you joined us on YouTube, remember to hit that share button. Share the link to your social media platforms. Let everybody know that this match is underway. We're coming to you live from Baotou Station in China.
And also I must say congratulations to Temuujin for being a Fury player as well, recently signing with Fury. That's a big step for a player to be signed by such a huge company. We know that Myint Kyaw is an Omen player as well. That shows you the amount of work these players have put in. They are recognized for their work in the game and their results. And the results speak. Both these players currently would be top 24 now in the tournament, trying to book a place in the last 16. And any player in my book who can make it to stage 3 in these Joy events is one of the best Heyball players in the world.
I wonder if he's going to try and develop the 8, or is it good enough for him as it lays currently? And back to what you were saying, Raymond, I mean, these station events are attended by the finest. I mean, the same players that we see in the business end of the Grandmasters finals are the ones playing in the station events. So remember, the station events are precursors to the Grandmasters finals, and the next one is coming up in March 2026.
Yeah, he's going to try and get right behind that black ball to the center. It does go, and this looks good for Temuujin from Mongolia, getting his first frame on the board. He does so, gets his first point on the board. Score now 5-1 in this race to 13 winners break format that we'll see Temuujin breaking next.
2013年，注册资金500万，员工231名。
I don't see a ball in. Have a look at this once again. Have a look at the centers and the corners. No.
Oh no, Temuujin certainly can't afford that, not with the form that phone is in now.
And Myint Kyaw went through Dennis Okolo in the first round of stage 3 to get to then playing Chu Bingjie, and he defeated Dennis 13-10 as well. That must have also been a tough match, as we know Dennis is in fine form, playing a lot of Heyball these days. So that put Dennis into the losers bracket. And then who did Dennis play afterwards? Oh, then it was Temuujin. Temuujin defeated Dennis Okolo 13-9, knocking Dennis Okolo out of the tournament. And looking at this bracket, it looks like Gareth Potts is also, well, he made it to stage 3, but first round of stage 3 went up against Chen Semeng. Chen Semeng with that one ball advantage, as you would know. Chen Semeng defeating Gareth Potts 13-11. Very tight match indeed, knocking Gareth down to the losers bracket, and then Gareth Potts had to play Zheng Zhaihao and was defeated 13-8. So Gareth Potts making top 32 again, but ever so consistent in these Joy International tournaments is Gareth Potts. That's not there. That is not there. So I would say half a chance at the moment for Temuujin, because this table is not looking that good, especially with the 12.
I think his best shot here is on the 6 to the corner pocket. 7 ball. 7 ball to the corner pocket.
Both players have used their extension, so players get 45 seconds per shot and one extension of 30 seconds per frame. This is tough. This is a very tough table for Temuujin. I think he's going to have to look at taking the 7 onto that top corner, or he's playing the combination to drop Myint's stripe, and also at the same time try and leave the cue ball safe. Has he left it safe?
Yeah, percentage pool wise, probably the better shot to play, and good to see that Temuujin is able to think on that level considering the deficit. This match is still in its infancy, but Myint definitely in superb form, even with the miss that we saw earlier in this frame.
And also that dry break from Temuujin on his first break of the match, not a good sign. Oh my word. He couldn't see the potting angle of that. He had to swerve. He actually saw it swerving, playing deep bottom left on that. Have a look at this once again. And
Amazing.
you can see it just throw that ball in and just manage to get the potting angle off the outside jaw around the black ball.
He's done it.
I think it's good. I think it's good. If you want an explanation or video of how to play high-level Chinese 8-ball or Heyball, this is the match to watch. This is the level. 6 point now for Myint Kyaw. He leads 6-1 over Temuujin, and he will be coming to the table to break in the next frame.
Averaging about 5 minutes a frame in this match.
Yeah, that's unbelievable standard. That is an absolutely unbelievable standard from Myint, and that frame was not easy for him. Temuujin, you could see, tried to leave him safe, and look, on most cases that's a safe shot. Most players you're playing against, that is a safe shot. There's a huge distance between cue ball and object ball, as well as you left your opponent not seeing the potting angle. But that doesn't really matter when your opponent is Myint Kyaw and can pull out shots like that.
Yeah, that was a superb shot from him.
第8局，杨少杰开球。
Myint to get us underway in the 8th frame. This is a race to 13 winner break format. Myint leading 6 frames to 1. Watch the cue ball. And you saw the 6 going straight into the center. Look at that, 6 straight in. Don't think he made another ball. But he has been potting on every single break thus far in this match.
I think he'll be favoring solids once again here. He could go the way of stripes as well, but just with the one problem there on stripes, just outside the 2 solids on our side of the table. On this view, he's going stripes. Solids. Yep, he's going solids.
Watch the cue ball to the center. It's opening up.
Oof!
It opened up. Yeah, he's also in disbelief. He's looking at that again. He didn't expect that. It actually, you saw it opening after contact. Have a look at this. They just kept opening. The angle just kept opening and off the inside jaw. Unforced error from Myint Kyaw potting that cue ball. So ball in hand.
And
Open table for Temuujin.
Straight away, he's looking to secure solids. Definitely the better set on the table. And it's done.
Has to release the 15 from in front of the 3, and this is going to be the shot to do that. Playing the 4, and you'll see the cue ball bumping into the 15. There we go. That was played nicely.
Yeah, that was perfect. Yeah, he's going to look to make that 2 now in the corner right pocket off this 3 ball.
I think he's come just enough to give himself the right angle to get up table to the 5 ball. Yeah, and how costly now will that unforced error from Myint be? It looks like it's going to cost him this frame, and with the winner's break format, we could see it eating into his lead. So a few players still in the winners bracket of this tournament so far of stage 3. Kong Daijing, Chu Bingjie. We have Tang Shunshao also still in the winner's side. Zheng Yubo and Zhao Ruliang and Chen Siming. So a lot of big names left in the winners bracket still, and that action will be coming to you at 5 p.m. local time here in China. So Temuujin getting his second point on the board. Score now 6-2 in favor of Myint Kyaw. And that is 8 frames played. Brings us up to our player timeout. We will be back in about 5 minutes. Stay tuned, and thank you for being with us on the live streams. And we are back after that 5
暂停结
minute
束，比赛继续。第9局，
player
单田
break.
木真开球。
Score 6 frames to 2 in favor of Myint Kyaw. And let's have a look at how Temuujin is breaking. He won the previous frame, winners break format. Needs to break in.
No, he's
No.
just not getting it. Just not getting those breaks in, Raymond, and it's going to cost him. He was actually lucky to come back to the table.
In the previous frame, yeah. He was. That was an unforced error from Myint Kyaw, putting the cue ball in the center, going in off, and yeah, this is gonna be very costly for him if he cannot find his breaks. But if you look at the difference in breaks, there wasn't much power in that one, not compared to, if I would say on the power scale, how much power Myint puts into the break, that's everything he's got. 100% power,
延时
as he calls his extension, making use of that extension on his first visit or first shot to the table to try and secure his color group. And it looks like he's now going solids. He was first looking at stripes, decided against moving the 5 out into the open. And that's the thing with Phone, when he comes to the table and after that first or second shot, he's already opened things up and you can already see his route and his plan. Little bump. Yeah, just looking at the 1 ball at the bottom of the table. I'm not too sure if the 1 goes into the bottom right corner pocket past the 10. Might have to take that one into one of the center pockets. So this is not a straightforward finish.
No, not at all.
Has to do some Myint magic here.
10秒
And that's a referee calling 10 seconds. He does not have an extension left.
5 4
You could hear the referee counting down around the 5. Oh, beautiful. 3 cushions off that center pocket pot. Yeah, to me, I'm looking at the 5 as a last ball based on where the 8 is, but I don't think it's too awkward for him to take the 7 from
10
there
秒
based on the bridging. So has to take the 5 on.
Yeah, he's looking at the angle to develop the 1 and the 4 ball.
So it's going to be 7 with a bit of a screw back, 4 in the center, and he'll have to run through for the 1 to the center after that. So it's going to be interesting. Yeah, he's come enough, it's good. And now the 1. Yeah, this tells us that the 1 does not go in the corner. You can see him having to play it into the center pocket. So 1 good shot required here from 4 to 1 to leave himself nicely on the 1 to also get up for the black ball. Look, I presume he wants to take the black ball into the center. It's definitely an easier shot than taking it to the corner, if you can get right behind it. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. You cannot place the cue ball better if you had ball in hand than the way this man can play position.
I think he's going to be forced to play the 8 into the corner pocket now.
If he has a slight angle, he can stun through and Q through and get the cue ball past the black ball. No, I think he's playing for, yeah, he has that. He has enough.
Oh, he has
He has
enough.
enough. He's gonna go past the 15. There we go.
Beautiful. Oh, beautiful,
Yeah,
beautiful, beautiful.
It's fantastic. This was not an easy one.
What a clearance.
Yeah, this was a tough one. I would say
Oh.
so far, if he makes the clearance, best one of the match.
It
is not-
certainly looked impossible at some point. Well, not impossible, but it was a tough finish, even for Myint.
Yes.
And he played it so beautifully.
But this black ball is not certain. It looked much easier from the other angle.
He's done it.
But he makes it look easy from any angle, does Myint Kyaw. And that is his 7th point on the board, now leading 7-2 over Temuujin. And he will be coming to the table to break next in the 10th frame. 7-2, race to 13. A very commanding lead at the moment, and that's just based on the way he's breaking and the way he's able to clear the table. Yeah, I think Temuujin is in trouble if he cannot find his breaks and somehow break the rhythm of Myint Kyaw here. And that looks dry. The first dry break from Myint Kyaw in this match.
Yeah, and it looked like Temuujin might be forced to play. Well, actually, he could play solids or stripes here. And the solids do look a little bit easier from this angle, considering where the cue ball is right now. Wonder if he can sneak that 2 into the top corner pocket, but I think he's looking at playing it into the center, Raymond.
He just has to be careful of the traffic with the cue ball running up table. Holding the cue ball nicely, and he's on the 4 here. He played that really well. Chance for him now to get his 3rd frame on the board. I like what I'm seeing. I can actually see the nap on this table, on this cloth, actually working, and it's nice to see that. As you saw with that, actually the nap pulling that into the center, and also with the cue ball that went in earlier, that was the nap opening up the angle. Very fine nap on these Lieberwind 8848 cloths, but beautiful conditions to play on. Lightning fast, very reactive. So does he go 3 to the 7 or 1 to the 7 then 3? Important shot choice, very important shot choice. The reason a player would leave the 3 and go 7 to the 3 is it's easier to go from 7 to the 3 than, let's say, 7 to 6 or 7 to 1, based on the 3 being closer to the 7, less cue ball movement.
Oh my. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable indeed. Had a bit too much angle on the 3 to hold nicely for the 7, so sometimes what tends to happen is the brain can calculate the angle based on where you want the cue ball instead of the potting angle. I mean, we see that happening so often, even with the best players in the world. That can happen. Yeah, it must be so difficult though, playing against a player like Myint, really. Can be heartbreaking to see him coming to the table and playing the way he does, those confident strokes and just making everything look so easy around the table.
I still can't believe Temuujin missed that 3 to the corner pocket.
Yeah, that could have been a
point.
turning point. Yes, a definite point in the match, making that clearance and getting his 3rd point on the board. I mean, 7-3 looks a lot different from 8-2. That's a huge difference in scoreline. Nice pot on the 9, that was, and you did hear the round of applause from the people in the venue. But now, looking at the 2 balls at the bottom of table 14 and 12, I would say in this case you're leaving 12 as your last ball, playing the 14 after the 15. But he's left a very steep angle if he's playing the 14 now. Don't think he is. I think he's going to be going 12 first. 12 first, then 14. But where are you playing the black ball then?
I think he's going to play it into the corner pocket, same corner pocket as the 14.
It's a lot, it's quite a bit to do with the cue ball, but the 14 is not tied to the cushion. Oh, what a shot that is!
Beautiful.
That is unbelievable. At that pace.
Beautiful. Oh,
Oh, wow. This is wow stuff from Myint Kyaw to get his 8th point on the board. He leads 8 frames to 2 over Heyball Temuujin from Mongolia.
That's a great shot of the beautiful, beautiful setup there at Baotou Station. Raymond, when is the next station event coming up?
I do think it is in about a month and a half, 2 months. Yeah, we have to fit in quite a few tournaments before the end of the year, and not only the Joy Station events, but the international Joy Uniting the World events coming up. We do have the European events. We still have Champion of Champions in Australia. So a lot more events internationally between now and the end of the year.
And for those of you who are watching from wherever you are on the globe, to play these station events, just make contact with either Hao Chow or Doris Cheng on Facebook. They're your contact people for the Joy Station events, and even if you're interested in getting tables installed wherever you are in the world, those are the people that you need to speak to. You can find out who the contact person is in your country that can explain to you the process to secure a spot in playing in these station events. And these events are open to just about anybody, guys. So really great opportunity to hone your skills, develop your big match temperament by playing in the station events, which are precursors to the Grandmasters finals.
And phone potting the 7 ball on that break. About to say he's off once again, but yeah, it looks like he still is on the 6. Wanted to come further on that. And all these events are played on the Joy Q8 table, the same table that they are playing on right now, the same table that is used during the Masters Grand Finals, and yeah, the best conditions to play Heyball in the world, Joy Q8, and now clothed with Win 8848, the Joy Q8 steel block golden leg table. And you felt the weight of the cushion at the Commonwealth. 50 kilos a cushion, Lenita.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we just finished with the Commonwealth Games just a few days ago. Some of you might have been following that. You would have seen Chandiga Caesar from Uganda winning the very first Commonwealth Billiards Championship. And yeah, once again, the players got to play on the Q8. And like Raymond said, those steel block cushions pretty heavy, but that's the price you pay for having those predictable reactions of your shots.
What a moment for billiards! What a moment for joy as well, having Heyball in the Commonwealth Billiard Championship and it being played on the Joy Q8, and that's why you can say only the best conditions we had at that Commonwealth Billiard Championship in all disciplines at that tournament. Brilliant showing from the event organizers, the sponsors, and of course the players. That was a miscue, if I'm not mistaken.
My oh my. Love to see an action replay.
Can we have another look at that? Yeah, definitely. You can see by the way he's chalking it's there.
Oh.
Yes. Okay. So what the referee is now looking at, because it's illegal to jump a ball from scooping from under. So the referee is looking at whether the cue ball jumped over the ball by scooping.
Oh, that looked like a scoop.
And I think no, it was definitely a scoop, miscue.
But unintentional.
No, it still can be a foul if the cue ball has jumped over an object ball. And in this case, to me, it looks like it has, because it's jumped over the one ball after contact. It's cleared the one. Yeah, you can see it's jumped over the one. I think in the rules, that is considered a foul. A ball cannot jump over a ball by being scooped, even if it's a miscue. So the referees are having a chat about that. And it's not the first time we've seen Myint miscue on an important shot.
He went so low on that cue ball there because he needed to draw the cue ball into the cush and up table. And I think, yeah, that just went horribly wrong.
But I saw 2 miscues from him in the Masters as well, in the 13th Grand Masters finals. So this, it's either that he's using a very, very firm tip on that cue.
Okay, so it's not a foul.
So they didn't call a foul because it didn't clear the one. It hit the one, then hopped. It didn't clear the one straight away. And Myint quite lucky to get away with that not being a foul, because that was quite a miscue with a lot of power in that as well. The cloth actually lucky to survive that shot on that occasion. Yeah, that's another unforced error though, I have to say, from Myint. Was an excellent opportunity for him to get his 9th frame on the board. does have a problem on the table still.
He's got an angle as well to develop that problem. I wonder if he's going to go for that now. Suddenly looking at it, Raymond.
Yeah, he has to go for that as soon as he can. It might be. No, wasn't going for that on that occasion. However, because they both do go to the center, he might try and get behind them if he can't break them up. Because if you can get the cue ball on the far right hand side of the table, they do pot into that left center pocket. Oh, he's also looking at whether they are set as a combination to the top right corner pocket. Yeah, but how risky is that? To take that combination onto the top, especially when it's so tight like that and it's not set, that is going towards the inside jaw. He has to squeeze that to get that in. Now this shot will show us what his thought process is and what decision he has landed on for that 11 and 12.
He's going pretty low on the cue ball as well.
Not an easy table that Myint left him on. Even with that miscue, he's looking at the combination once again. Calling his extension as well. He's playing the combination. He's playing it. Okay, so to me it looks like it's set for the inside jaw. Now because when the balls are that close together, you have the squeeze effect. So it doesn't work the way a normal combination would, where you would play, for instance, you want the first ball to go off to the left, you play the left hand side of the first ball on our side, which would send it that way. So you have to play the opposite side when it's that close. It's the squeeze effect coming into play. Yeah, and it was definitely not set, and he over hit that on that side, and that sent it there. But as I said, very risky taking that on, especially on a Heyball table where there's no room for error from that distance.
And the pace at which he played it as well.
Makes a difference, yeah, makes a huge difference on the way those balls squeeze towards that top corner pocket.
Got a feel for Temuujin from Mongolia. He's just not had the greatest of luck in this match.
No, definitely hasn't, and yeah, loser of this match does go home, unfortunately.
Or starts his preparation for that next station. Well, nicely done there by Phone.
Gets his 9th point on the board and now leading 9 frames to 2. So even though he did have that unfortunate miscue, he didn't leave an easy table. He was able to come back to the table. And you're very lucky to get another chance at this frame. Was Myint Kyaw able to get his 9th point on the board in this race to 13. This is a winner break format, so we will see Myint back at the table.
I mean, 11 frames played with just over 45, an hour and 15 minutes played in the match. It's still a pretty high standard. Just one or two, let's say, exchanges between these two players
Yes.
in a few frames so far, but most of it has been clearances by Myint.
But also the level as the frames are going so quick because they are clearances by one player. That always makes a frame go much faster.
And that's another dry break. That is
It is.
another dry break. Yeah, and for Myint, certainly down to the breaks now because he is, I mean, he's in the zone in terms of his putting and positional play. And when he does make a ball on the break, it's almost guaranteed a run out. So, yeah, this is the second dry break from him so far.
And what I find a little bit funny is that when he does dry break, he doesn't leave an easy table for his opponent. If you look up table, this is a tough table to make a clearance on in one visit for Temuujin.
Certainly a lot of work on stripes here for Temuujin. He'll need about 2 or 3 decent shots to develop his problem balls. One, the 10 just outside the middle pocket, and the 2 on the push up table.
Yeah, as you're saying, the 10 does not pass into the center. So there comes the first one. No.
Not ideal.
No, that looks like that could be end of visit.
Yeah, he could certainly play the cut for the 11 to the corner pocket. But still, it's got that problem. Got a problem there. Up table. Oh, it's a 13 ball, sorry. Yeah.
Oh, what
That
a
was a
shot that
great-
was. What an attempt that was. Oh my word.
Really, really good attempt there. He had the angle spot on.
What a shot that was from Temuujin.
He had the angle spot on in terms of target. In terms of target, that angle was spot on from Temuujin. No pot, however. And that stripe ball still more or less in the same vicinity that it was.
And the 10 still tied up against the cushion. So even if Temuujin does come back to the table, he's not coming back.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Oh my word. We have Warathanan Sukrathanis is still in the tournament, last 24 currently, and she is 6-3 up against her opponent, Liu Sheng. We have Stephen Ellis currently with Liu Haitao 4-all. That must be quite a tough match at the moment. Stephen Ellis from the UK, Alex Pegulayan currently 6-4 down.
Did you say that Warathanan Sukrathanis is up against Liu Shen?
No, Liu Sheng. Liu
Ah.
Sheng, yeah. But nice to see her in this business end of these Joy tournaments as well. She also did win one of the station events, overseas station events. I think it was the Malaysia stop recently that she did win. Also very consistent is Warathanan Sukrathanas. Very consistent indeed.
Yeah, that player from Thailand definitely making a name for herself in the Heyball scene over the last year. I mean, she was well known for exploits in other disciplines of Q sport, but in the last year, it's been a really, really good year for Thailand's Warathanan Sukrathanas. Look at that. Look at
what
that.
a shot that is. It's going to come close.
Almost.
That was a brilliant attempt. That was a brilliant attempt.
Ooh, now.
So now, yeah, I think he's looking at 3 into the 15-7.
He doesn't even need, well, he can do that. He can do that.
All he needs is a touch. Just a touch. The one, as you can see, goes, and after that it's one-way traffic once again. So this, if he is going this way, it's you need that direct tangent off the 3.
Oh,
no, didn't get it.
Narrowly
Very
missed
close.
it. But look, he's still got some connector balls here. He's got the 3 around the middle of the table. He's got the 1 also to develop that ball. Just got to dust that off. I mean, Myint, he looked a little bit disappointed with that slight miscalculation. But I think he's still good, Raymond. I think he's still good in this frame.
10秒，延时。
It's called his extension as well as Myint. Yeah, and this is going to be interesting to see which ball he uses as his connector to the 7 and 15. Is he going to go again? Yes, I think he might. From the 4.
Oh,
yes.
wow.
Yes, he's got it.
That was
He's
beautiful.
got it.
That was precision pull from him. Beautiful
Fantastic.
stuff.
Now, 3 balls left. Have to play the 1 first to open the path for the 7. Come back for the 5. Go back for the 7. And then come down for the black ball. The 1 goes first. Purposely high on the 5 to get to the 7. A little bit too much, as you can see from his body language. And that's what I also like about him.
Animated.
Yes, is fun to watch. Yeah, a little bit too much angle on the 5 to go direct. So has to use the cushion with a bit of check side to get there. Left himself with an angle, and you're pretty much going to be just stunning down the tangent line and coming close to halfway. I don't think you'll be running through the cushion. Yeah, he's stunning across. There we go. And Myint gets his 10th point on the ball. That was a very nice clearance from him. Score now 10 frames to 2.
乔氏金腿比赛专用提醒您
to Myint Kyaw. So do we see a way back for Temuujin at the moment?
I think it's 4 hours allocated to the session.
Yeah, it's not, the session isn't timed, so it's based purely on score. So a player can make a comeback if they can find themselves in a match.
Yeah, so I'd say he still has a
第三
chance.
局，梁少杰开球。
But a mountain to climb for Temuujin from Mongolia, especially once again with the form that Myint is in currently. He's just got that sweet spot going for him on all his shots. Oh, the one was tracking. He's made a ball. I think that was the 13. That could have, no, not the 13. Let's have a look at that.
9.
9 ball.
9, yeah, and the 6 as well. Yeah, but we did see the one tracking. It was
Yeah.
knocked away from going into the center, so almost not making a ball.
Okay, he's going for solids. And I think he's done that because he's got that one up the table to develop the 3. That is seemingly his only problem ball. Or he could create a connecting angle to touch the 13 because that 3 is going into the pocket.
It would naturally be pushing the 3 towards that corner pocket. I actually think if he takes this to the center, he has the angle here. He's deciding to go 1.
Yeah, I wonder if he'd play that one off the 3 now.
That is a risk. That is a tough shot. To get that right, he's looking at it. Oh, what a shot this is. Because that 3 is quite far from the corner. Oh my. What a shot that is.
Yeah.
Excellent call.
He's in the zone. Phone is
Excellent call.
definitely in the zone.
And he just got down and played that. It was as if it wasn't even a big shot.
And I think the fans of Myint Kyaw on the stream now will be like, that's the phone that they know.
Yes. Very happy to see him playing. To see him playing his best. I'd love to see Temuujin make a comeback and just play his best as well, but he just has not gotten the roles thus far in the match, and yeah, sometimes it's sad to see that when you can see a player not getting the roles and then the other player is just getting everything, plus he's playing well on top of that.
Really close against the cushion, but look how he struck. Look how he struck that, and the positional play with those limitations. Myint, beautiful to see him in his true form.
We have an unwanted visitor at the table, a little fly, just distracting Myint. But not distracting him enough.
That's perfect.
Absolutely perfect.
That is perfect.
Eleventh point on the board for Myint Kyaw, as he is now 11-2 up against Heyball Temuujin from Mongolia.
And it's a race to 13. You're watching the losers bracket here at the Baotou station in China.
14局，杨少杰开球。
I did see Myint smiling a bit just now, and to me that means he didn't make a ball in the break. And I don't think he has. Yes, he hasn't. So 11-2 up, winners break format race to 13, and Myint with a dry break. But as you can see once again, if you look at the top of the table, there are problems on the table. Not a straightforward clearance for Temuujin.
Oh my.
Yeah, it's a tough place to be. Very, very tough place to be. It doesn't matter who you are as a player. Tough place to be.
And he definitely went for the tougher ball, you know. He needed to make that ball in the center pocket. Wasn't the easiest of cuts, but definitely an achievable one. Oh, what a mountain.
For a player of his caliber, definitely was indeed. And that's Phone taking solids now. Yeah, he's gonna try and develop whatever needs to be developed as quick as he possibly can. Yeah, I don't think the 4 goes the way it currently is. Oh, mistake.
Has he snookered himself?
Has he made a mistake? Or can he get through to the 4? Now he's looking at the potting angle. I think he can. We see this once again. Just shifting the stripe. No, I think he has it. I think he might just have the potting angle of the 4. Yes, he had the potting angle because he overcut that. Had the potting angle of the 4. Now can Temuujin make something happen in this frame?
Look, he could certainly snooker Myint on this. I'm considering where the cue ball is now. He's got that 2 stripe balls to play with. Yeah, I'm surprised.
Yeah, he could have played the shot you're talking about, is that slight touch,
yes,
and then cue ball behind the stripe, totally locking the opponent up.
Yeah, I mean, with a potential free visit, he could have done something to develop the point for himself, get another point on the table. I mean, stranger things have happened, especially with no time limit on the match. Yeah, I expected more from Temuujin with that last visit. Ooh.
Right. The 2's gone in the side. The 2 has gone in the side. We are definitely going to see. So he's aiming at the 6. Hits the 6, hits the 2 off the stripe and into the side pocket. Fortune definitely favoring the player ahead.
Yeah.
Gonna have to work this cue ball to get it up to the 5. This is where he needs to be a shot maker. Now, which way is he gonna go? 12 looks to be blocking the path of the force follow. Might have to screw into the side cushion with a lot of low right hand side to bring the cue ball back. Off the stripe. Oh my.
Oh, that is so unfortunate. Look at the positional play from Myint. I mean, regardless of that, beautiful potting angle he created there, really bad luck. Really, really bad luck up table.
Love to see a
But the jump is
replay.
on.
Yeah, I'd love to see a replay of the previous one. He caught the stripe perfectly. Oh, what a shot. And he has to make another recovery shot.
The double is on.
The double is on.
A Myint for a bank, and I think that's probably the shot he'll have to go for here now.
What a frame this has been. A little bit of everything in this frame. It's close. It's there. What a double, and Myint Kyaw gets his 12th point, leading 12-2. He's now on the hill. Race to 13, winner breaks. Perfectly executed, and yeah, brilliantly played. Those Joy Q8 steel block cushions also giving you a consistent bounce every time. So if you are practicing on this table when you do come to the tournament table, very similar conditions indeed for these players. So Myint breaking on the hill, currently 12-2 up against Heyball Temuujin from Mongolia, and I did not expect this match to go this way.
And I'm going to say, if he breaks in, potential last frame of this match. Whole body, and looks like the 10 is going.
10-2, almost as well. What a powerful break. Look at the split. Unbelievable. The power generated on that break, absolutely unreal from Myint.
Ooh, the solids look so good.
They do. And after this match, regardless of who wins, we will be losing another international player in stage 3. Another international player will be knocked out, unfortunately. So stage 3 starts with the top 16 international players going up against the top 16, well, mixed together with the top 16 Chinese players. Live draw is done before each round of stage 3. Stage 3 being double elimination as well. Double elimination right up to the final, and the final is single elimination. Obviously, if you are on the winner's side, you play less matches, as we have seen.
Or low hanging fruit for.
Yeah, looking good. This clearance now for Myint.
And I mean, you remarked on how easy he makes it look.
And this will be a big win for Phone because Temuujin is a very strong opponent, one of the best Qs that are
本场比赛结束，
coming out of
比分
Mongolia,
13-8
and Temuujin
恭喜。
does concede on that black ball score.
That Foreman's gonna
He
pot
has
it
to pot
anyway.
it, yes. Score 13-2 to Myint Kyaw, and what a match that was. What
Beautiful.
a display of skill. And
From Myint Kyaw.
Myint Kyaw, what a display of skill, cue action, class. And it's a pity we didn't get to see Temuujin playing better. He really is an excellent player. But we will see him definitely back in the next Joy tournament, and he will be there to give Myint a run for his money. So that's Heyball Temuujin eliminated, top 24 finish for him, and Myint through to the last 16 of stage 3 here at the Baotou Superstation in China.
Well, next session coming up
at 5 p.m. local time in China. Well, in about 6 hours time, just about 5 hours time, 5.5 hours time, we will have the next session, and that is winners round 4, which will be coming to you in about 5 hours time. We will be live on YouTube as well. Thank you guys for joining us. I'm Raymond Talak. Over to you, Lenyukta.
I'm Lenyukta Chetty. We'll catch you later on in the day for that winners bracket match. We look forward to keeping you company. Bye.
Bye now.